Heavens to Betsy. I was having a mild panic attack. Couldn't find my good old Kniff. Quality before quantity. Let's get up into it. Skadink. It is Joey Moss with Bad Boy Gaming. Yeah, we're cracking a lot of Last Airbender this weekend. Might even double drop. I will double drop one day. Oh man, shoutouts Ground Zero. All these cards will be available in the shop this weekend. Quick turnaround, huh? Let's see. Good thumbnail. Good thumbnail. Whoosh, something like that. That looks fun. That looks festive. Okay, let's go. I think, therefore I am. Should we do 3? We're going to do the right side. We're going to do 3 right now. Right now. Who's picking this up? Who's going to the pre-release? I think there's going to be a bigger turnout for this pre-release than Spider-Man. Wait, did Spider-Man even have a pre-release? It had to have a pre-release. I didn't open any... Did I open any pre-release kits for Spidey? Good question. I think so. Okay. Well, good. Now that I answered my own question, who could remember? Did I open pre-release Spider-Man? I feel like I haven't. There's Angboy. Someone made the comment that the Japanese foils... Ooh, that's not bad. That's a good one. Yeah. Someone said something about things, and I'm like, yeah, man. So now you know. Nyla, you the swoon. You the smoon. I like how that looks. Like the foils look really cool in this. But someone made a comment about the foils lacking. They couldn't put their finger on it, but I'll tell you what it is. The foils in English, like that are printed here in the U.S. or Texas, wherever they're printed at, they don't look as good. They don't look as good compared to like the Japanese counterparts, right? Reason being, son of a beanbag. You know what? We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna separate the really good from the really. Okay, there you go. I'll put that in the mythic pile. But the reason that the Japanese quality foil shines a little better is because they care more. They have better quality over there, right? Let's call a spade a spade. It is what it is. Very simple stuff. Prosperity. If that's prosperity, I don't want to know disparity. Disparity, right? Isn't that the opposite? Prosperity, disparity. Everything. That's cool. First time I hit one of those suckers. That's a good one. Transform. Whoa. That looks like something straight out of Marvel. I'm sure it's not. Sorry if I offended everyone. Okay. Hey, there we go. Firebender again. Cracked her in foil yesterday as well. Nice little mythic pack we got ourselves. Okay. So we're here to hit a neon ink. I remember hitting every neon ink that there was. We hit the red. I think we hit the red second to last. Hit the green, hit the blue, couldn't get the yellow. Waterbender Ascension, Hot Dogs, Heartbeat of Spring. From Kamigawa. Kamigawa Uncensored. I don't know, that probably doesn't belong over there. Whatever. From Kamigawa. And, dude, that was a big deal back then. That was like right before they started doing serial numbered cards. Like the way Wizards went about introducing us to like more and more chase cards was pretty interesting. Started off with that first Ravnica Allegiance. It was kind of like a test pack that was going around, you know, available in only certain markets. I think Japan for sure, and then select Walmarts. It was like 1 out of like 6 Walmarts carried it. Oh, Merling Dragon. I like that. That art is pretty dope. And back-to-back bell ringer, humdinger. And then after that, yeah, then they introduced us to extended art, you know, foils and all that good stuff. And that was cool. You know, we all jumped on the bandwagon. Yeah, it's going to be worth a lot. Wow, the prices. Holy kerplunk. I thought because that was like the first of their kind during, what set was that? The fairy tale set, you know? Was it? Yeah, the fairy tale set. Oh, Earth King. Not what we're looking for. I'm not going to transform everything, just so you guys know. Volcano, the Roku's Island. That's nice. I want that in foil, though. We'll put that in the sure, why not pile. And then after extended art, well, we also were introduced to Showcase as well around the same time. Was Showcase introduced the same time as Extended? Or Borderless, whatever the hell they want to call it, you know? I think they're all one and the same, but I get it. One is actually Extended. And following the Showcase Extended, that's when we started seeing like the neon ink stuff, right? Ooh, oh, that's some badass art. And yeah, the neon ink stuff, like extremely scarce, right? Right before Serialized. And then after that, after the neon ink stuff, then they introduced, I want to say Serialized was after that. And then after Serialized numbered, or serial, excuse me, big burps. After serial numbered cards, or right before serial numbered cards, we got an introduction to like special guest kind of cards. I can't remember what came first, the chicken or the egg. It's a good question. What do you guys think? What came first, the chicken or the egg? No matter what you say, you're wrong. All right. I don't know why I thought we were going to have something big there. Ooh, boy, oh boy, Dark Depths. Cool. I haven't cracked that one yet. Not too bad. Yeah, and then after the special guest, then we started seeing like all types of, maybe it was right before special guest, like the raised foils, the fractured foils, you know, like all that stuff. Like Neon Ink kind of ushered in the fractured foil. And the shattered glass, you know, with the Transformers. That shattered glass was pretty cool. I remember cracking one of those cards and, oh man, nearly dropped my drawers. Fire Nation Drill. That's a pretty cool card. Training Grounds, not too shabby. Was a time. See, that's not bad. I like that. That one's okay. But some of these are just shaboopy. Like Cabbage, Merchant right there, you know. Anyone else say Cabbage really well? Can you say Cabbage really good? Let me hear your best Cabbage. Go on. Let it out in the comments. I'm listening. When you pull a crappy card, Cabbage, right? Secret Tunnel. I don't know why I don't like that card. Ooh. The way these shine is really nice. It really is. Black Sun Zenith. It really is. Momo, Friendly Flyer. Wasn't this card like spoiled like a year ago? I feel like it was. Okay. So these are right now $540. I hope they dip to 200. Fat chance in hell, fella. Not gonna happen. But I do see them dropping to like, honestly, like 450. They're gonna drop also. I know there was a slight uptick, but the estimated value, I haven't tallied up, you know, or even watched anyone else's video that tallied them up. It just does not seem to be there. Not at that price tag. Maybe at like $300, you know, but it's just not there. So what do? Stop buying collector box shit, right? I mean, that would be the obvious answer. Stop buying the collector box shit. But then you have the issue with the whales. And as much as you guys like to think, you know, like, oh, the whales, you know, it's not a big deal. Did you know for sports cards and trading cards, like this goes for everything. If it's a piece of cardboard that's collected or collectible, hey, there we go. Haven't pulled you yet. I think it's like 10% are whales that are buying the product, right? The sealed. And the other 90% are the commoners like you and I. So the rich are going to get richer because they'll just sit on that box or that pallet And it'll appreciate in time, and as the market dries up, supply decreases, and demand rises. Hoarders going to be hoarders, man. So yeah, if you want to make a lot of money, you got to make a lot of money. That's how you make a lot of money, is by making a lot of money. Beastmaster Ascension. That looks really cool. See, some of these are just dope. And then we have like some shapoopies. Like that should be like $1,000 card if you ask me. I know it's not though. Wartime protesters. Yep. And yeah, now everything seems to be a chase, you know. If you buy a collector box, yeah, you're paying for the rights for Hasbro to use, you know, whatever the pop culture theme is, you know, that month, whatever. Be it Spider-Man or sometimes they can't even get the rights. How pathetic. Like Arena, what happened there? Join the dance, happy in the pants. Sozin's Comet. All right, that's pretty legit. I don't know. My piles are just stupid at this point. Occupation, spirit. Okay. There's nothing in the back here, right? No. So yeah, anyway, we could change topic. How's your guys' weekend going? Anyone got any fun festivities? Crack this card like 15 times. Ooh, again? Not bad. They could have just got the characters off there and just left Sundial the Infinite right there. That would have been dope. Pretty neat. I like that. The reversal. Yeah, it's all about the chase now, you know. Brainstorm, right? It's not legal, is it? I keep saying that. Is Brainstorm legal in standard? Maybe it is because, oh my God, how many sets at its like peak, you know, will be in standard at one time? Somebody let me know that. Like, because remember, they upped it. There we go. I'm not going to flip every flipper. All right? It'll be too much flipping flopping for my flip flops. So we're not going to do everyone. That's cool. And yeah. Now you know, guys. Frantic. Almost halfway through. Now we're looking for the bread and butter. That's all we're looking for. At this point, that's what you're doing here. You're not spending this much money. I mean, other than blinging out your deck, you're not spending $500 because you're gonna like be like, oh yeah, man, that's cool. Unless you got it like that, and if you do, congratulations. See the link in the description for Patreon. If you got it like that, that's great, you know. But the average person, we really didn't have $200 when collector boxes were $200, let alone $500 a box, you know. So if you're spending $500 a box, odds are you're probably getting a case and keeping it sealed, or maybe opening one for yourself, you know. And you're waiting for prices to go up. Pokemon's the safest way to do that, so you know. God, that artwork is amazing. Hot dogs. Or, you know, you maybe want to bling out your deck and just take a gamble because you got it like that. But if you're spending $500 and you don't got it like that, it's because you like scratching lottery tickets. That's why you're spending the big bucks, because you're taking that gamble that you're going to end up hitting it big, right? And pulling one of those fat hits, right? You're not doing it for fun. My searing blood. Could have done better, Watsy. Could have done better, Watsy. Okay. But yeah, big shout outs, Ground Zero. That's my local game store. That's where all these cards are going to be. It's located in Strongsville, Ohio. 20 minutes south of Cleveland. 10 minutes, 15 minutes from the Turnpike. Maybe like 5 minutes from the from 71. And maybe 10 minutes from the Turnpike. Got to stop in, say hello. And if you can get Marcus, he's the owner. If you can get Marcus to give you salutations as you leave, like you're walking out the place and you're like, all right, see you later. And he's like, all right, bye. If you can get him to do that, once he does, go back in there and say, hey, man, Let me get that Evolving Wilds Joey Moss. And you will get a signed Evolving Wilds. This is true. It's a rare card, I know. Ascension. That Aang Airbender, not too shabby. There's Momo. Neon Anchor Bust? Is that what you said? Here we go, man. Firebending Stunt. That looks nice. Fevered Visions. Overwhelming something. All right, whoops. We're keeping the keeps to the keeps. And there's a mountain. Okay. Let's pull a big winner. Hakata, Selfless Commando. Earth Rumble, haven't pulled you yet. No, yes, we did. I did the other day. Raven Eagle, sure, okay. I do think it's cool that they're introducing a lot of variants. I've been saying that. But at the same time, it's like, man, when they put the serialized stuff in there, or like these neon inks, you know, the only reason they do that is it's just so, like, they can have a reason to sell boxes for as high as they do. Oh, man, look at that boy. Steadfast Guardian. There you go, man. There you go. That looks nice. Meteorite. Sound effect department's on a budget, guys, I know. Again, my friend, we meet. Ascension. Unagi, okay. I'm not really going to go through the commons. One more box after this. See if we get anything juicy. Let me hear your thoughts, though. After all the spoilers have been out, after you've seen what this set has to offer, what are your thoughts? Clone. Okay. All right. Let's put this aside and get ourselves out our final. So this would have been at market price like $1,600, $1,650, and then plus tax. Oh my god, cooking close to like $1,780 on that. Unbelievable. But based off what I'm seeing here, I think, yeah, the price is probably going to drop to like $450, maybe even lower. Hey, Great Henge. Not a bad pull right there. We will take it. I remember buying those at $8 a pop. That's right. The Great Henge. I know. Not that exact one, but yes. I have the receipts, fellas. I have the receipts. Sweet. Food. Leonagi. Treetop Village. Ascension. Storm of Memories. Obsessive Pursuit. Frantic Search. That's exactly what we're here for. Down to the nitty gritty. Boop, 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 boop. Zucko. Oh, second time we hit that. What a beast. That is seriously a beast. Big old beast. Might be $100. I don't think it should be under 60. Okay, I think it's plain Jane art, you know. Watch they put the neon ink with the commons. I'd be pissed. I would have missed a lot of neon inks. I would have missed some births. Copy. Boomeranger. Volcanic Corn. And there's Ing Ang, Wada Wada Bang Bang. Cabbage. And Tiger. Nothing. Whoa. 8 packs to go. Let me see that neon ink, Daddy-O. Odds are not in our favor. Sweet signature, bro. Zookeeper. Blasphemous Act. What the second best art in the set. Not gonna lie, guys. Lord of Zoa. Blasphemous Act. Someone tell me, how many times has that been printed? A lot, right? Blasphemous Act has to have at least, what, 20 unique copies? And then however many variants or whatever, you know. Beyond that, it's got to be a lot. That's a cool one. Haven't seen that yet. Wilson's Comet. Beep. Stand still. Stand up and sit down. Stand there and sit. I love it. Whole lot of nada there. Brainstorm. I'm like, are you legal and standard? There's a bunch of cards that are just eternal, right? Like within this set. Isn't it like 180 or 160 or something crazy like that? 3 dreams. Not 3 wishes, 3 dreams. Nothing there. Bunch of cabbage. What? That looks pretty cool, though. Not gonna lie. You get a bell. Release to memory. Interesting. Nothing. Yeah. Shout out your local game store if you want. I'll make sure to mention that for tomorrow's video. Cracking open these pre-release packs, even though it's probably something I should be doing today. Grand Lotus. Bada bang. There you go. Visions of Beyond. A little screen grab action. I'm not a fan of Secret Tunnel. All right. We are down to 3 packs. Oh my goodness. Time flies when you're having fun. Here we go. Big one. That's a little fella. Mystic Remora. Cool. That is my first Mystic Remora. Cabbage. And, yep. And nothing. Okay. Still checking these back here. You never know. 2 packs. No raised foil. No neon ink. That one's all right. Shattering Spree. Straight trigger artifact. Quite fitting. Okay. I was like, are we missing a card there? There it is. Okay, guys. Final pack. The lottery cards are pretty lottoed, huh? I bet we're gonna hit something big in the next 3 we open. Makes sense. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Life is but a dream. Nice. All right. There she blows, man. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me some kisses. Light up them comments, baby.